We're live. We're live. We're live. It's Thursday, the first Thursday of 2024. And we do have a topic.
Thankful Thursday, but we do have a topic.
Thursday, but we do have a topic. And today's topic is, what would you do differently?
What will you do?
What will you do
differently this year? What are you going to do differently? Did you enjoy your December last December or didn't? What are you going to do differently to have a different December? Was your year, did you take that trip you wanted to take last year? If you didn't, what are you going to do differently? Does your bank account look the way you like it to look, and is it growing? If it's not, what are you going to do differently?
Is your health what you want it to be?
Is your health? Is
If
your
not,
body
what
where
are
you want it to be?
Differently.
What are you going to do differently? This is the perfect time to ask this question. Today is January the 4th, and we're excited to talk about it with you.
And we're going to talk about it back in a moment.
Good morning. My name is Brian McNeill.
And I am Lisa Santiago McNeill.
And thank you for joining us on our show, Let's Talk About It. We come to each Monday through Friday right here on the SIBN network, on iHeartRadio, YouTube, TuneIn, as well as Facebook Live. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Like. Hey, what's good? What's good? What's good? We are happy this Thursday and excited to have another Thursday to do again. Last Thursday might not have been everything you wanted it to be, but guess what? God blessed you with a do-over.
How about that? You got another day to get it right. You got another blessing.
So what you gonna do?
You got another 1,440 minutes today fresh.
What you gonna do?
Now, one of the things I'm going to do today, I'm going to go see the doctor.
Good deal, baby. I'm proud of you.
How many of y'all remember big Kumo D rap in the 80s? Go see the doctor. But I'm going to go see the doctor. He was rapping about a different reason to go see the doctor.
Yeah, STD.
Right.
That's not the reason why we're going.
You know, but I don't have that, but I'm going to the doctor because I have a pain in my neck. And it's been moving down, and it's all along in here, and I feel so stiff. I don't know how I injured myself.
Deborah, I feel like you have whiplash from that fall that you caught yourself from. Now, I know that you don't want to hold on to that. Yes.
This past Sunday, I was coming in the house, and I tripped over some shoes or something.
Towels.
A towel. I tripped over some towels that was down there because it was
wet. And
he
did one of those, whoa, 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 falls. Let me tell you.
But I didn't fall.
But let me tell you, the level of muscles that you have to contort and contract at 56 to keep yourself from falling, you almost better off just falling.
So after I recovered, it was fine. But the next day, I had a pain in my neck.
I feel like it was a car accident.
It could have been. Lisa could be completely correct. But it's hurting so bad. And it's time to go see the doctor anyway. So I'm going to go get a thorough checkup. But I'm going to complain about my neck. And I'm afraid of being that old dude that, Mr. Earl, hey, how you doing? Who has to do his whole body. He can't just turn his head. I don't want to turn into that.
Hey, Dr. Deborah, actually, one of the first older gentlemen that I
pushed up on you.
Oh, please, that I connected with here in Charlotte when we first moved here. It was a lovely old man, his wife and his sons or whatever. He was one of those guys.
Right.
But he was one of those stiff guys.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He couldn't move. He could drive his car and he had to turn all the way around to see what was coming on. But he still was getting around. He took care of his wife who was
I have an uncle like that now.
And he moved furniture. He had what the reason why I got to know him is because he had one of those I guess you could call it like a junk store, but it was like a shed where he would keep the couches that whatever he would, everything. And so I furnished my first apartment with Mr. Charles.
He had his stuff.
And he had the
And
stuff.
was willing to bless you.
And he would walk around like that with his shoulders up to his ears. And I don't want you to become that.
Yeah. Good morning, Dr. Deborah. So the question is, what will you do differently?
What will you do differently?
You know, is there anything that you're willing, or is there anything, we almost titled the show this, are you bold enough to do something differently?
Now, part of it goes along with yesterday, right? You have to admit that there was a big ask, either that there was something that you wanted or that you were afraid to want.
Mm-hmm.
And now that you said it, because you showed us your big ask yesterday, we saw your big asks.
You can't wait to say that.
I love that.
Saying it.
I love it. It's wonderful. It triggers
I had so
you.
much fun saying it.
Absolutely. You love it, right? But now, do you just love it on paper, or are you going to love it to life? Are you going to love it to manifestation? Are you going to love it into reality? Are you ready to do something differently? Are you willing to do something differently? Are you going to do something differently?
Yeah, those are great setup, baby, and the great questions. Are you going to? Are you willing to? Are you bold enough to? Are you disciplined enough to? Most of the time, the reason why people don't do things differently is this thing, you all heard it before, it's called a comfort zone. We get into comfort zones where we want to stay. Actually, all of your body wants you to stay in the comfort zone, which means your brain wants you to stay in your comfort zone.
Your sweatpants.
Your sweatpants wants you to stay. Leave my sweatpants alone.
Not your sweatpants. Sweatpants. Like
yes.
the all-you-can-eat sweatpants.
The places you go, your friends you have.
Yes.
All of that stuff right now is your comfort zone. And it's comfortable there. And it's warm there. Now, it's also small there.
Mm-hmm.
The bigger areas, the adventure, the joy, is outside the comfort zone.
Outside. Good morning, Judah.
But you don't get to go outside the comfort zone unless you're willing to do something differently.
Good morning and happy Thursday, 2024.
Good morning, Judy. How you doing, my sister?
Thursday, January 4th, 2024.
What are you bold enough to do?
8 days away from my birthday. Good morning.
Good thing you reminded us, Lisa, because we almost forgot.
You ain't forgot
that
nothing.
January 12th is your birthday. It almost slipped.
I promise you it didn't. I promise you it didn't.
It almost slipped my mind. I'm thankful that you reminded me, baby. I almost forgot.
It did not. No, sir. No, sir. It did not, will not.
I mean,
and my husband appreciates me 365 days a year, but I'm telling you, I am adamant of January the 12th being recognized in some way. Now, understand that I prefer June the 12th to be recognized as my birthday or my half birthday.
But it's not.
Thank you, Judy. She said, I did not forget.
Judy did.
Amen.
Okay.
Good morning, Uzama. I'm excited.
Today, we're going to debut a new greeting song.
That's right.
Debut Uzama's greeting song
today.
That's right. At around 9:42.
Yes.
He sent us a link of a song that we can easily put in his name. So we're excited about debuting your jam. Today, we're going to do it, Uzama. Around 9:42.
Absolutely. Around 9:42. I'm going to listen to it again right before because I keep getting the beat for
Ernest James Usher mixed in.
No, for Britney's song mixed in. But it's not that. And when I get the right beat, I get the right feeling.
We're going to get it in.
Beat.
We're going to get it in.
I'm looking forward to it.
So now,
but what are you going to do differently?
What are you going
to do differently? I am going to say yes more. Believe it or not, that's a big thing. Yes. Dr. Deborah says, yes, it takes discipline to change. Sometimes it's easier for us to keep doing the same thing. Not profitable, but many times easier. Absolutely. We can get stuck in a place.
Amen.
Please do know that. Hey, Shanvanin.
You know that young lady?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Hello. You know her too. She's been to your house. That's Priscilla's sister, Shannon Butler Green. Butler Green. Priscilla? She came over here when I was sick and she prayed with me.
Okay.
With Judy.
Yes. Good morning,
but
Sister
I've
Shannon.
known her like 25 years.
Okay, I believe you. Good morning, Shannon. How you doing? Welcome to the circle.
Welcome, Shambanan. Judy says some of my favorite people were born in January. My son, my sister, my grandson, and Lisa. Lisa, that's right.
My hero was born on January the 17th, Muhammad Ali.
Muhammad Ali.
Muhammad Ali. I always find it interesting that Muhammad Ali's birthday is January 17th. Michael Jordan's birthday is February 17th. And Elijah Keith McNeill's birthday is March 17th.
That's right. That's right. Peggy, I love it. She says, I am mad that Uzama got his song before me. No, wait. I am going to think of mine. That is actually what we're talking about today. What would you have done differently? You had the same opportunity. Matter of fact, you knew
before him.
Knew us longer than we knew Uzama. But he was like, nuh-uh. I want me a song, and I'm going to find it if I have to find it for myself. And I
he did
love it.
And sent it to us, Peggy.
That's right.
Which made it easier for everybody. So, Peggy, please, you've deserved a song for a long time.
That's right. Hey, James.
Good morning.
Excuse me,
Doctor.
No, it's Minister.
Doctor, brother such and such.
James such an amen. He said, just wanted to jump in and say Happy New Year to the Empowerment Duo.
Happy New Year to you, my brother. We love you so much.
Happy New Year to you. We
James,
love you.
What are you willing to do differently? Shannon, what are you willing to do differently
she
this
says
year?
You look beautiful, Lisa. Thank you.
She does.
I spent hours in front of my 10X mirror. And I'm still not finished. I only got one eyelash on.
I'm like, baby,
this one is a flip.
Baby. Baby, I was like, come on, man.
I spent hours. I got a new mirror.
She got up early to play in the mirror.
And I still didn't
she
get
got
finished.
One of these 10X mirrors with a ring light around it that's on the wall, that swivels and all that stuff. It's a really, really, really magnified mirror.
It's first you got to get over the magnification.
And you can get to it right in your face.
Because you can see every wrinkle, every, what do you call it, dark spot, every blemish. Every blemish, right? And then you got to take a step back.
Ooh, wow.
So that you can see, okay, how much of this am I going to have to really correct? Because everybody don't have a 10X mirror.
Good morning, Sister Lena Janelle.
Hey,
she's going to do one thing differently. We know she's going to move.
That's right.
Moving difficult.
Towards her dream.
That's right.
Amen. And we're excited. We're cheerleading for you, Sister Lena. James says 61, not waste my time on time wasters.
Oh, wow.
Not spending time. That's right. You're not going to spend time.
Spending time.
Spending time.
No. At 61. So
you're not going to spend a night? You don't need a spend a night bag?
Spend a night bag. You know, it's been a while since I needed a spend a night bag. But there was a season where I had me a spend a night bag at the ready. Okay. Y'all know what a spend a night bag is? I like what he said. He's not going to spend time with time wasters.
Absolutely.
You know those people that just waste your time.
Yeah. Okay. We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. We're going to use our time. You know what I did this morning? So I have actually decided to subscribe to
Did you decide long ago?
Never to walk in anyone's shadow.
Right.
But we do that all the time. Actually, in this house, everything is a setup.
Anything you say
is a setup for a song or a joke. Everything. It could be, you could be sleep. You could be sleep. We have been sleep and said something, and they'd be like, you got it's actually, that's a fun thing that we do that I don't think we even realize.
It's just part of our language. We have our different language. We have certain words that we use that no one else would get.
Absolutely.
Okay. But that's our language. But I do think, and please keep contributing. What are you willing to get something that you haven't?
What are you willing to do differently?
Right. What are you willing to do differently?
Absolutely.
Lena says, you do look beautiful, sis.
You.
And I'm happy that you call us sis. Good morning to you both. And thank you for remembering that I'm sitting here too.
Oh, we love you. We don't want to make you feel left out. But so one of the things I found hilarious, but very, very honest and truthful, was in the new year, don't post your progress until you have been consistent with it for at least 2 weeks. Now, why did I feel that way?
Let's talk about it.
Why did I feel that way? Because I feel like I used to feel like when you post it, it energizes you to continue because now people have seen you start it.
You're right, James. She makes you look good, Brian.
Oh.
That's why I let her hang out with me, James. Let her hang out with me. That's the key part of the sentence.
Lord have
So
mercy.
go ahead and make your point. You were saying something?
If you wait, if you don't share it until you've been doing it for 2 weeks, there's probably going to be a lot of stuff that's not getting shared.
Okay, which is good or bad?
I think it's, I don't know.
Oh, wow.
I don't know. Is it good or is it bad? Did the sharing?
I thought you was going somewhere differently when you started.
I was, but we
got diverted.
Right. So is that good? Does that add value to what you're endeavoring to do? Or does it detract value? Or does it give you the wrong intention? Or does it give you positive support? What happens when you share what you're doing before you have
done
consistently need a word.
Done it? Continued with it? I'm not sure what the con was.
Figure it out.
But what say you to that question? Lisa posed the question, okay? Brother James says, we do a lot of posting without manifestation. We arrive without arriving. And James, that's true, but Lisa made, I think, a valid question. Is that good or bad? I'm not sure.
Lena, she says, thank you. I missed the first part. I just shared this post. Thank you for sharing. Gotta take a biz call. We gotta go make that money, baby. I'm gonna pop back on or watch it again.
Two good excuses. Two good excuses.
Two acceptable excuses.
One is potential earnings of money.
And the second is
if you're getting laid. Okay. If you're getting some, or you're doing business, those are acceptable.
Anyway,
you know why I say that? Because when I first got into
y'all
sales,
bring truth, business, savvy, and even the laughs. Yuck. Thank you for the yuck.
When I first got into sales as a 23-year-old man, 24-year-old man, to be late to the sales meeting, we had a sales meeting every morning at 9. There was 2 valid reasons to be late, and here it is. 30 years later, I still use them. 2 valid reasons being late. If you're potentially earning money, or if you're getting some, it's okay if that's your excuse. Anything else is not a good enough excuse.
No.
And this should be a life philosophy.
No.
If you're potentially earning money or getting some, it's okay.
James says sometimes we stop putting in the work because we convince ourselves it's time. Absolutely.
Sometimes we stop putting
in the work because we convince ourselves
it's done enough or good enough.
Mm-hmm.
Good enough is the enemy of excellent. Mm-hmm. Good enough. They're not close to each other. They're polar opposites.
Mm-hmm.
Lena thought something was funny. So.
Hey man, just said BKM. I love BKM. Brian K. McNeill, you showing out. What's your big ask? Be right back. James goes
whiskey's
on.
Not just for breakfast anymore. But go ahead.
He goes on to say we can trick ourselves into thinking we've achieved what we still should be working on.
Amen.
Absolutely. We can allow ourselves to be hoodwinked.
James he's throwing me back into the world when I was working around salespeople more. But there was this thing I learned called people who tell dinosaur stories. Okay. Dinosaur stories about how great they used to be.
Yeah.
Okay. How great they used to be. When people now we all gonna remember this, but people who tell a lot of dinosaur stories about how great they used to be, it's not gonna sound pretty. It probably means that they've never really accomplished much. Mm-hmm. If you know that person who only talks about past greatness, but we'd rather be in the company of people who have something looking forward to.
Absolutely.
Or going towards.
And James said, I'm talking about me, LOL. Amen. He says, have a great day, week, year. We love you guys. We love you, Black.
See, that's
we
what
love
you
back.
He come in, drop some stuff, and bounce.
Jeanette. Please give my love to your lovely wife, Jeanette.
Yes.
Daughter's Jeanette.
Yes. But his wife is Jeanette.
Jeanette, right.
Yep. And they look good together too. James and his wife, they look good together.
She makes him look good.
She makes him look good.
She is gorgeous.
Yeah, she's gorgeous. Yeah. And she's the personality of them too.
James got personality.
He does.
Walk personality, talk personality, sing personality.
That's Lloyd Price.
I know who it is. I sang it.
You did not know that was Lloyd Price, but I just told you.
Oh my goodness. Hey, man, Dr. Deborah says, I'm already making plans to move in August.
Oh,
I'm
wow.
moving back to mom's and leasing an RV to put on our property.
Okay.
I have found that I spend just as many nights at her house as I do mine, and I can save money while living out one of my dreams.
How much RV. Are you paying in rent? Whatever dollar, whatever single dollar you're spending in rent.
Amen, Dr. Deborah. I'm excited for you.
So I'm excited.
RV? Your RV will give you the privacy and the independence that you want, while still being the responsible, loving, caring daughter that you are.
That way you can have Mr. Willie Earl meet you. You can have him meet you at the RV instead of the house.
Not Willie Earl.
Tell your mama I came by.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
Good morning, Mr. J. Natty. How are you, sir?
Good morning. What would you do? So one of the things that I am going to do differently, which actually I'm going to ratchet it up, is to utilize my connections.
Okay.
I am looking.
That's a great one.
For someone. You can write it down. I have paper.
We underutilize our network.
Yeah.
I'm gonna write that down.
Here you go.
Tapping into our network.
Into our network. So I'm gonna tap in right now, and you guys can start calling me or start referring me or whatever. I am looking for someone to make phone calls. This is warm phone calls. These are active clients, and they will be just checked on, make sure that we have all their information correct, and then we will. They will have the opportunity to be cross-sold on anything else that they might have. Now, this is a paid position. And you will be provided a script and training. Please, 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 if you know someone who would be interested, let me know.
Let me know. Let me know. That's a song about that. I don't have a high voice, but
Peggy says, I agree with Lisa. Let's wait to make sure you are committed to being consistent.
There you go, Peggy.
To the goal.
Thank you, Peggy.
The new year momentum hits everybody. It really does. It sounds good until you have to commit to consistency.
Thank you for saying that, Peggy. Most of the stuff that we start new, we get stopped the moment it gets hot or hard. Okay.
Patrina says, I got you. Okay,
whoa, Patrina. Bam. She don't waste no time.
Bam.
When she got
an idea in her head,
she raised her hand, bam, right away. Bam. Somebody said something. You said something, and I wrote down, oh, God. We underutilize our current networks right now. You said the example the other day at the WIN meeting, the Women's Empowerment Network meeting.
That song that Kirk Franklin made with Maverick City.
Bless me,
God, indeed.
So that everyone around me has everything they need.
But we have everything we need through everyone around us.
It's amazing. We underutilize our current. We don't even have to go look for somebody else. We have within our our networks, our churches, our whatever, everything we need.
Absolutely.
Somebody you know somebody, or is that somebody that can get you where you want to go?
Absolutely.
Boom, bars. I just dropped some bars.
Absolutely. Boom. I am telling you that it is a matter of opening your mouth and
saying to the world what you want.
Absolutely.
If you're willing to say what you want, the universe can reward you with someone like Patrina who raised their hand and say, I got you.
But you know, all of this, first of all this wonderful revelatory information is already in a book that was written some
Are you talking about the basic instructions before leaving Earth? Are you talking about that?
Seek,
knock. Because
if you ask, you shall be answered.
And if you knock, the door shall be opened unto you. Come on, man.
So all of this
That's
may
Matthew
sound
7:7, by the way.
That's right. Matthew 7:7
is where you find that.
Very good.
Yeah, I know a few things.
I'm proud of you. That's why I let you hang out.
That's why you let me hang out with you? I know a thing or two. Okay.
That's right, Patrina. Closed mouths, it's mouths. MAUFS.
Okay, let's get
Closed
that right.
Mouths don't get fed.
That's right. That's ridiculous, isn't it? When you think about that concept, man, I sure would like something to eat here.
Huh?
But you don't say nothing to nobody, you're going to go hungry.
Hungry with an O.
Hungry. Come on, man.
Hungry.
I am feeling this thought that within our current networks, not just mine and Lisa's, yours.
Absolutely.
Within your network, you have what you need.
Absolutely.
If you can learn how to tap into, wait a minute, is this the great Minister Vicki L. Hughes coming through the room? Minister Vicki L. Hughes, how are you this morning? Another amazing person on a mission.
Thank you, Terry Robinson. Say it again for the people in the cheap
There might be
seats.
somebody that didn't hear you, Terry, so say that a little bit louder.
Terry says, if you
never ask,
the answer is no.
Did y'all in the back hear what Terry said?
Please understand.
If you never ask,
the answer is no.
The answer is never no. It's always no.
It's always no.
If you don't swing at the ball, you can't hit a home run. Okay? You don't get jack if you don't ask. Actually, everything goes that way. You're asking life for stuff by doing stuff.
Absolutely. Happy
William Brown, good morning, sir. I'm so happy that you're here. William Brown, this show has taken a wonderful turn because the topic was,
what
are you willing to do differently? But I really love where we've taken the show today. We've had some amazing guests already.
Some tremendous contributions. I am here today. So this is something I've always advocated and I actually have often done. But today I double down on it.
Okay.
And that is, as a thought crosses my mind, whether it's an action, whether it's a future to do, whether it's a dream or goal, I'm writing it down.
Say it one more time because I'm going to highlight that.
Whenever a thought crosses my mind, no matter what it is, whether it's a to-do, an action that needs to be done right now or right after this, in a minute, 5 minutes, a year from now, I'm writing it down.
I wanted to piggyback. I asked her to say it again because I want to piggyback on it. Last night with my cigar, and really the Placencia 149, that's like my go-to move now. Like if I could only have one cigar, it'd be that one. But anyway, I smoked me a Placencia 149.
Placencia 149.
Yes, that's like my favorite stick now. We discovered them around my birthday.
Oh, God. I thought my lipstick got lost.
Okay. We discovered them around my birthday, and I've been re-upping on those sticks.
That's right, Peggy. Utilize your network.
But let me say this. Last night, while I was smoking my Placencia 149, I watched two documentaries. One of them was on DMX. Y'all gonna make me lose my mind. That DMX, okay?
Could've kept that one.
All right, I watched that one. But right after it, I watched the documentary on Little Richard. But there was a scene in the DMX documentary where he was back in the hood, and he was talking to some teenage boys, and they were both in pain. One of them was in a rap. They were almost in tears. They was talking about how hard their life was. And he kept hugging them, and he kept giving them words of encouragement. But one of the words he said to that young man who was really crying, and it's so hard out here. He says, look,
it's hard out here.
He says, get a paper and pen and capture that pain on paper and pen. Write some stuff down. He goes, turn that pain into your writings. And I thought, what a wonderful, loving way to give that man an action step, that young person an action step.
That's one of the very first and most important steps to the coaching process, the healing process, rather, is to make sure that we capture it. Because sometimes your psyche is not necessarily ready to investigate it.
Or even act on it, but you got to capture it because it's fleeting. Ideas are fleeting. All that stuff is fleeting. A lot of great ideas are fleeting. That means if you don't capture it, they leave. They keep going.
Peggy says, I like this. Whenever a thought crosses your mind, whether you want to do or thinking about doing it, write it down. But here's the other thing.
You got your cell phone. You got notes. Yep.
Yeah, no, but that's not the same thing. There's something to writing it down with pen and paper.
Okay.
You can capture it. I recommend that you recapture it. But there's something.
Pen and paper?
Yes.
You know, it's a shift. People don't use it. They're using it less and less. Even in my business, I am getting more and more people who want to take notes on their computers.
Yes, I do too.
I tell them to get a notebook because we're gonna be doing a lot of stuff.
I take notes
more and more. It's a shift. I notice it, baby.
I take notes when I'm watching something or listening to something. I take notes on my computer. But what's so funny is even while I'm taking notes on my computer and have a doc right there that I can write on, I still take an aside to capture a specific note on a paper that I want to capture separately. Jay Mattier says, you're so right. If I don't write it down, I don't do it. That's right.
If it ain't written, it ain't gonna get. He's not saying I might not do it.
It ain't gonna do it.
If I don't write it down, I don't do it.
Period.
In the paragraph.
It does, but writing it down in my own handwriting, now that actually requires a couple of things for me. It requires that I read it again before too long because my own handwriting is.
Wait, we got another celebrity.
Boom! Come in the room.
Guess who? Kaboom! Guess who stepped in the room? Vicki Lynell Evans.
Hey, Vicky.
What was that award she won? The Thespian of the Year. No, not Thespian of the Year. She got an award. She got several awards, but there was one in particular of the year in Charlotte, North Carolina that I really, really liked that she won it. So good morning, Sister Vicki Lynell Evans. We're talking about
award-winning
playwright. Yes. What are you willing to do differently? What are you willing to do differently? One of the things we're learning is tapping into our networks.
Absolutely.
And asking. She says, Happy New Year, y'all. Happy
New Year to
you. Asking the world for what you want. Closed mouth don't get fed. The crying baby gets the bottle. Okay, the squeaky wheel gets the grease. Okay, come on.
Yes, absolutely.
Are you willing to ask?
Are you willing to ask? What's your big ask? We talked about that yesterday.
We started again.
But that's where you got to come into. Now I know I want something differently. That now means that I have to do something differently, right? So for me, someone that is saying yes more, it's also researching more. I'm very, very frustrated. I got so frustrated that I almost gave up. For the past...
Almost gave up. I felt like I just couldn't take life anymore. The devil had me down. The pressure of Jesus, God held me close so I wouldn't let go. That's the jam I was going with.
I know what you were trying to do.
God's mercy kept
me. We're going to double down on it. Ooh, Jesus.
So I wouldn't let go.
You know what we let? Okay.
So I'm here today because God kept me. I'm done. I'm done with it.
Vicky, tell him, because he felt that in his
I'm done.
It was in his shanana. So I had to leave him go.
All right, you was going somewhere. You almost gave up on something.
Almost gave up on out of frustration because I felt like it was a big goal for me. I think many of you know that Brian and I were the president and vice president of a Toastmaster for several years. We had our own speaking organization as well.
We even had a speaking course.
Year. We had a speaking course that we have been asked to bring back.
Particularly by Dr. Deborah Dunstan. But go ahead.
I didn't write it down. You keep interrupting me. It's going to slip out. But the Toastmaster that I was longing for, I signed up for back in November. I signed up for it around Thanksgiving. Then I figured
an online Toastmaster.
Online Toastmaster is what I was looking for.
Okay.
I mean, they're not audience, their collection of members. Yes, we're Toastmasters as well. Their collection of members. They had
that's what Peggy submits.
Picture of it, right? And they really look like the type of people that I would like to be around.
Okay.
Right. So then I registered and I got the notification and I waited and I put it on my calendar and I registered and I went and I sat and it didn't happen. Like I was the only one in the room. I sat for an hour. Then I went back the next week. I registered again. It was not there. Nobody showed up.
2 weeks. No, they don't have a club anymore.
But these are new invitations that I'm receiving.
Yeah, but they're not a club anymore. So.
Well, why am I getting invitations?
Well, those could be automated for one thing, but it does take a person to open it up and to bring and keep inviting. They may not have an agent driving the train.
Well,
you got to find another one.
I thought that what happened was the holidays happened and they just didn't properly notify. That's why I said, okay. So I went back November, then Thanksgiving, then I kept going back in December. I thought, well, maybe they took a hiatus for the holiday. I kept going back in Christmas. Now New Year's has passed. Now I almost got frustrated enough to say, meh, forget about it. But I'm not. I'm still looking.
You're going to find you
if
one.
someone knows of and can recommend an online Toastmasters
that she meets with in the evenings.
No, they can meet anytime.
Okay.
I will schedule it for any time.
Okay, cool.
But an online is
William Brown probably be a resource for that.
William Brown says, one thing I'm currently doing is breaking patterns, mainly how I respond to things. I'm learning to take a pause. William Brown, you already took a pause. Like, what are you going to pause? You're going to pause until next month? You have been a pause taker for the entire time that I've known you. He's never responded without thinking. Not ever.
That's because he's a thinker.
That's right. So what do you mean you're going to take a pause before you going to take a nap before you respond? I love you.
Wow.
I love you, William Brown.
I can't believe you just went in on William Brown like that, Lisa.
I love him.
She went in on you, man. Get off of him. Get off of him.
That's my sweetie. Peggy says, join us, Detroit Rock Toastmasters, 2nd and 4th Saturday at 9:30 a.m.
Look at that.
That's the one time that I don't want, but I will do it.
But you asked.
And when is the second? When is the next second?
It's upcoming Saturday.
Is this Saturday? Is this? No, it's not.
No, because this is the first week.
Yeah, but this week was kind of funky because
we're gonna be. You got a busy weekend already.
Yeah, no, this weekend
is 13th. The 13th.
The 13th, I can do.
Yes.
I will be sedentary in Raleigh.
Okay, yes, but we know we're gonna have grandbabies. Oh, there's plenty of space. Yeah, there's plenty of space. Did you just give me the look and recoil? Did y'all see her physically back away from me? We're gonna be around the grandchildren.
Yes, and I am going to love them.
I'm going to love them too.
And I'm going to enjoy them.
Did you see the video that Deirdre put out last night of Austin?
No.
Oh, wow.
I can't wait to take a bite of Austin.
2-minute video of my newest my first grandson from my children, my side of the family, my first grandson. I got 100 granddaughters, okay, but this is the first boy. I was thinking all my kids know how to make was girls. Okay, but this is the first grandson, and we're going to meet him next week. Okay, he was just born like the day or two after Christmas. We haven't met him yet. We met our great nephew. We went and saw him. We're going to see him again too. So we've had 2 new babies in the past week, Lisa and I. 2 new babies.
So I will be there on the 13th. Peggy, please send me an invitation. I will look forward to it. William Brown says the convenience of doing Toastmasters online is just as convenient not to show up to the meeting. One power of Toastmasters is scheduling, dressing up, and driving to the meeting.
I'm not sure I understand this point. He says the convenience of doing Toastmasters online is just as convenient as to not show up to the meeting. That's what people are doing. That's what he suggests. I think that's what he suggested. One power of Toastmasters is scheduling, dressing up, and driving to the meeting. You feel like that's a power.
I think that is an important thing. But what I don't want to do is to set any limitations on my.
I've shifted from that. I don't want to do that now.
What do you mean?
Well, when we did it, okay, we used to dress up and go to Toastmasters.
I do miss that. I do miss dressing up and going out.
30 minutes there, 30 minutes back. That's an hour drive.
Right.
Okay.
I get that, Grandpa.
And then another hour of the meeting. That's 2 hours out of my day.
Yeah, I get that, but I want to get dressed up and go out. I think that's going to contribute.
Unless there was one a mile away.
No, I don't know. No, it doesn't have to be. It's one day, or either a week, or every 2 weeks, or whatever. It's one day. I want to get out, have an excuse to be fully dressed, not just dressed from the waist up.
Because that's our move.
And to have on clothes that touch your body. Because I can dress from the top up and just leave everything up to Jesus on the bottom.
Mhm.
But that doesn't give good health. That doesn't give good habits. Eating out among people, having conversations other than you. And I'm grateful that we always have conversations, although we have got to do better about coordinating days where we are available at the same time.
Okay.
Because I think we've gotten
You
off
mentioned that last night. Yes, you did. You were coordinating bedtimes, coordinating stuff.
Yeah, bedtimes is a serious thing.
Okay. Vicky Danelle Evans says,
I'm excited in 2024. Looking forward to building more relationships in my industry. Looking forward to positioning. That's right. Where's my Tony Award?
That's right.
Go ahead. That's your big ass.
Girl,
I
that
love
would be
it.
exciting.
I love
Vicky.
it. Terry Robinson says, for those who aren't familiar with Toastmasters, why do you recommend it? There are a myriad of reasons.
I'll tell you. Okay. Toastmasters. First off, Toastmasters is a public speaking and personal growth organization. It's in every city of the world, and there's several of them in every city of the world. If you are in a profession or how you communicate has something to do with your income, or if you just simply desire to speak better, Toastmasters is the very best value you're ever going to get. For around $50 a year, some places $40 a year, you get evaluated, you get to learn how to listen properly, and you get a chance your first year anyway to get it to 10 formal speeches that get evaluated. It's the best improvement thing. Also, the number one thing you can do to boost your personal self-confidence is to speak in public. Nothing boosts a person's self-confidence greater than speaking in public. In Toastmasters, there's a lot of applauding. They applaud you in Toastmasters for just standing up. Okay, they applaud you for standing up. They applaud you for going to the lectern. Where else in life do you get applauded like in Toastmasters? That's my Toastmasters commercial.
Absolutely. And it is one of the ways that I think we really connected as well. There were so many different things that we did that showed that we were the right connection. No Dr. Deborah says, Lisa, that's amazing. I want to do too.
That's something.
That's something I want to do too. Go out among people more. Absolutely.
That's what we're talking about today. What do you want to do differently? Peggy says.
The online meeting did allow our club to expand to people all over the world. We are an international club. That is one of the benefits of online that we found also with Women Empowerment and Male Empowerment Networks is that because we had to, first of all, we decided that we didn't want to let things lapse because we were on timeout. And giving people the opportunity to connect even online allowed us to stay together.
Dr. Beverly's in the room now. She goes, good morning to my sensational family. How is everyone? We're happy to have you.
Hey.
It's 9:41. You just mentioned because we do men and male empowerment networks and women empowerment networks online, it expanded us because we could have people all over the country and all over the world, really. For example, this past week, we had somebody from Detroit in our meeting, and he's actually here in the feed today, and we're going to debut his greeting song today.
Amen.
So do we need to put them on mute first?
No, I'm going to listen to it in my ear.
Okay. You going to listen to your ear? You got your earbud or something?
No, I'm going to listen to it in my ear.
Okay. So anyway, Lisa's going to have to listen to that again. Peggy says, I learned in Toastmasters that everybody has butterflies. But you have to learn to make your butterflies fly in formation. Yes, that's a basic tenet of formation. Toastmasters, you're going to get butterflies. And because of Toastmasters, I've learned to embrace fully the butterflies in the belly. I look at it as my body chemically preparing me to be great.
And I've heard that a lot of years, I never had ever had butterflies. In any scenario.
Really?
Before, never. Speaking in public was never an issue for me. Maybe because I had Toastmasters starting at 2 or 3 years old. I was commanded to come up to the front of the room and speak. But I got butterflies for the first time in 2022.
Okay.
And it was a really...
but in 2022, okay. So anyway, I'm agreed to comments. Terry Robinson says, I am writing a book. I'm writing a book on how to get a California state civil service job with an emphasis on people of color, single parents, veterans, and military spouses. I was thinking of giving Toastmasters a mention in the book, but I've never done it. I think the ability to speak well is important in government work. So I will mention it in my book. Thank you very much. You're very welcome. Terry, you can visit
without becoming
any
a member.
club
as
twice.
Yeah, twice.
Without joining, okay? And I encourage you to visit several because you might find your different fit. Just visit them. You can do it online or in person. Vicky Liddell Evans says,
my African-American playwright has expanded throughout U.S., California, New Jersey, Florida, Georgia, Philadelphia, Chicago, etc. Going virtually was an asset for me.
Amen.
Absolutely. William Brown says, you are correct about the pause. The difference is the length of my pause and my intention. Many of my pauses were around being or getting it right. Now my shorter pause is with a question. This is a contribution or just a comment? Is this a contribution or just a comment? Couture says my throat goes dry
when she's about to speak.
Really?
Let's get y'all the comments.
I never had that.
Dr. Beverly says,
is this a contribution or just a comment? I think that's still even a judgment that can limit our responses. Although pausing does serve its purpose, I would like to pause and ponder that. Dr. Beverly says, I never said they were butterflies. I call them feet dancing around, telling me, you got this.
That's right.
This is easy.
I like it. That's an association that works for us. So now it's time for us to do what we do. We got enough people in the room that we're going to have a good time with this today. One of the things we do when we do is we thank our contributors people who say something. And the way we do it on this show is with a greeting song and with a greeting logo. For example, up first today is Dr. Deborah Dunstan. She's got a greeting song and it goes like this.
Dr. Deborah, trauma healing and manifestation coach.
That's Dr. Deborah's jam. Followed up right behind her sister Judy.
Oh, Judy, you're so fine. You're so fine. You blow my mind. Hey, Judy. Hey, Judy.
That's our way of saying thank you for contributing to this show. This show works because of contributions in the messaging in the chat. Up next was Katura Green. She's got a song too, and it goes back to life, back to Katura Green.
However do you want it? However
do you need it?
Do you need it?
Sit still.
I have a comment that I need to make.
Go ahead.
Okay. When we sing that song,
what?
Katura song.
Okay.
Your beat helps me to stay where I need to be. And you have started not using that beat anymore.
Like
so
this?
Not just those. Those actually aggravate me. It's the last one.
Where I hit the table?
Yes, that one. But I don't want you to hit the table. I want you to hit here.
Let's try it again.
Okay.
Back to life, back to Katura Green.
However do you want it?
However do you need it?
Do you need it?
I did not marry you to be a table tapper, I mean a chair tapper for you. But anyway, okay, that's fine. Uzama, we're about to do, sit still, y'all. We're about to debut the world debut of Uzama Ra's greeting song. You start off and I'll help you.
Bitcoin King, he's the Bitcoin King, Uzama.
Bitcoin King, he's the Bitcoin King, Uzama. Bitcoin King, he's the Bitcoin King, Uzama. That's what we got for him. Whoop, whoop.
Yeah, baby.
Uzama, how did we do? Bitcoin King, he's the Bitcoin King,
Uzama.
Miss Phyllis has a greeting song, a logo. It goes, Miss Phyllis is here.
Miss Phyllis is here.
So clear the way.
Miss
Phyllis is here. Now we can all have a great day. Peggy, I hope that's the spur you need to get us something, Sister Peggy.
Absolutely. James Sutton doesn't have a song. He should.
James deserves one.
Absolutely.
Lena Janelle, you deserve one too. Recommend something for us, Lena. Let's find you a jam.
Absolutely. We got to go through these. We got Dr. Deborah. We got
Patrina.
You didn't submit yours yet.
Well, it's coming, right, Patrina? It's
William
coming.
Brown
has a song, and it goes, good morning to our friend Will.
Nobody thinks like him still.
We love him so, and we always will. Our friend Will. Jay Mattier. I just hear Mattier, something smooth, something cool for his jam. Jay Mattier.
We're going to get it. We're going to get it.
Like Shaft or something, but with Jay Mattier, something like that. Vicky Liddell Evans got a jam too, and it goes on. Vicky Evans rocks. Steady rocking all night long. Vicky Evans rocks. Steady Rocking to the break of
rocking
dawn.
to the break of dawn,
That's
y'all.
Vicky Linnell Evans jam right there. So Peggy, you can get one. Keep rolling, baby.
Did we sing William Brown?
Yes, we did.
Oh my goodness, I'm losing my thoughts for a second there.
Dr. Beverly has a logo, and it goes, Dr.
Beverly
Beverly is on the show. Whatever, man. We did
Couture's. Oh, we got that already.
Uzama. Yes, we did.
Uzama says he loved it. Yes, I'm glad you loved it. I'm glad. And Peggy said it is exactly what I need to get up off of my song. You gonna make a song. Send it to us. If you're submitting it, you've got to send us the part that you want. Uzama gave us instructions that I hope I followed properly. And
or
I
you
like
can even
it.
sing it your version and like
record
the audio
text
and send it to Lisa or me. Either one.
Absolutely.
But we want to do it. We want to do it, Peggy. We want to do it, Lena. We want to do it.
Absolutely. I was singing Uzama's song in my sleep.
Because she wanted to get it right. That's how we rock. Okay.
Absolutely.
Y'all did. Okay, that's right. William Brown says,
I believe Toastmasters is an excellent way to discover your voice and your leadership. My recommendation is to visit a variety of clubs. You will know where you will be welcomed to grow. Absolutely.
When I found William Brown's club, I will tell you, I was actively looking for a Toastmasters club. This is back in 2012 or 13 is when I found William Brown's club. And I was in a foreign city to me. I hadn't been in that city very long. So I wanted to find a club that I could plug into because by the way, the best people are in Toastmasters. The best people, because everyone's there for the express purpose of helping everybody else. The best people are in Toastmasters. So I found a club, but I looked at all these different clubs online. And at the time, 2012, the different clubs would post pictures of their membership.
Mm-hmm.
I found this club where it had a lot of Black folks that looked professional in it. And William Brown was the president of the club. I was like, oh, that's the club for me. And I went and visited it. And on the first day there, I did a table topics and I won best table topic speaker.
Yeah. I love those ribbons that each day. I love those winners each meeting that there is a winner, a recognized
There's a winner
winners.
for best table, which is an impromptu speaking, and the best speaker, and the best humorous speech, and the best evaluator. Okay, so humorous is not every time, but the best evaluator is every time. So you get a chance to develop your skills. But we got to get out of here.
We appreciate you. We look forward to seeing you.
Today's a good day. We got our house cleaners coming today. Whoop, whoop.
We look forward to seeing you on tomorrow, and we can't wait to talk about what tomorrow's topic is.
Tomorrow's Friday.
Yes.
One thing we're going to talk about is Shout It Out Friday.
Said I sent the link. Okay, you sent the link.
Where did you send it?
Where did you send it to? You sent it to my messenger?
Or me or where? But anyway, we're going to find it. So she took some action today.
Take some
good.
Action.
Thank you.
What would you do differently? How about do it now?
Okay, well, y'all have a beautiful rest of your day.
Oh, she sent it to Messenger. Okay.
All right, we're going to listen to it now.
Listen to it. Love you. And don't forget, once and for all, don't ever forget to have sex.
Is this once and for all? That means you don't have to say it no more?
No. That's the seriousness of it.
Okay.
Understand having sex with your partner, having sex with yourself, having sex in your mind. Have sex and imagine joy.